Say good practice today. You thought our guys came out. You really had nice energy. Just you understand that we're continuing to push, continuing to try to establish that identity of what we want to be, and to do that on a consistent basis. I mean, there's throughout the early part of the season, we've seen flashes of that, and really in all three phases. But for us, we've got to consistently put that together, and the only way that's going to start is consistently doing it in practice. It was good to see the guys out there, had a good bounce in their step. We got some good on good work just to continue with the speed of the game. Excited about some of the steps that we're taking. It was good to get a couple guys back out. They're practicing, and we've got to have a great rest of the week as we're moving forward. Tomorrow will be a big situational day, but it was a good start to our week.
First question will be Irish FL from Warcamp.
Hey, Coach. We've seen Lawrence's physical ability. I was just curious, what's he like in terms of at practice and meetings? I know it's a lot for a freshman to play as much as he has this early. What does he bring in those areas? Yeah,
that's part of the thing. One of the things I've been most pleased is the investment that he makes when it comes to learning the variety of things. And you've already seen him line up in multiple places. He's been in the backfield. He's lined up in the slot. He's been able to utilize the skill set that he has because of the investment he makes in his knowledge and developing that knowledge for what he's been asked to do within the offense. And really all of those backs. I think they've all done a great job in regards to that, all being first-time players. But that's one of the that's one of the reasons they came here too, is they to be able to be utilized and have that versatility. And but specifically for him as a freshman, I'm really pleased with what I'm seeing.
Next will be Seminoles from 2.7.
Mike, I know yesterday we asked you discussed about Jordan Travis's growth as a passer, what he does as a runner, but his energy, the way he impacted the game on Saturday through effort plays, hustling, I guess, how infectious, how important is it to have that at that position?
I think, it's you're definitely at the quarterback position. That's one that, all eyes are on, all the time. And when you have those positive, explosive plays, I mean, it does become contagious. And, I think that, the effort at that position is critical. Lack of effort will deteriorate your football team. And, I think that's one thing I've been pleased with at the quarterback position when it comes to the effort throughout this year. I mean, those guys have given great effort. But, the explosive play, the confidence, the things that the production that showed up, I mean, that's something that you really help push this football team.
Next will be Aslan Hadavandi from Warcamp.
Coach, where's Chuba along in the process? Does he do everything the quarterbacks do certain days, and then maybe you guys kind of do specialized stuff to get him up to speed on other days?
Yeah, he's coming along. I like his progress. He's getting close. And today we pushed a little bit more as the start of the new week. Today, he went through Sunday night, some team activities, which was good to see. Kind of getting him back accustomed to the speed of it, and that's going to continue on here throughout the rest of this week. And when he's comfortable and feels ready to go, I mean, we've started even introducing just things of getting hit by bags and just having to know that contact is coming, because it's something that's so hard to you kind of simulate, especially at that position. But he's coming along well.
We'll go back to Ira from Warcamp.
I don't know. I can't remember talking to you about LaDamian's recruitment and like what you guys knew about him. Did you know about him before you came to Florida State, and kind of how you guys attracted him to Florida State?
Well, I mean, LaDamian's a young man. He's from Alabama. I remember when he was in high school, had an unbelievable high school career, and actually signed with Mississippi State coming out. There was had a little bit of a detour there into junior college, and he was at Jones, and we actually had a young man that was committed to us, another running back that was from Memphis that was at Jones. And so I got a chance to watch them a good amount, and they were kind of a 1-2 tandem. But LaDamian, when we got here, he was a guy that became a priority for us, and it was great to be able to get him here. I loved everything I saw about him, just his versatility. I think he has some of the best balance of a back that maybe I've coached. I mean, and that showed up there in the game the other day. But he just when you watch him play without the ball in his hands, he's an unbelievable teammate. Just he's a heck of a football player, and I'm excited about the growth I'm seeing from him. It was good to get him back this last week. We definitely missed him there in Miami, but you excited about what the rest of the season can be with him and the rest of those backs.
This would be Jared Coates from the Osceola.
Hey, Coach, I was interested in knowing where you think you're at in terms of the style of play defensively.
We've got to continue to push. We've got to continue to be more relentless. We've got to get more consistent fundamentally with our pad level, and that's really across the board. And I think that confidence will continue to come as we progress here forward. We got to experience that success. That was one of the things that was positive about the second half, really the second quarter, second half, and just kind of the response that we had as a defensive unit. But we've got to continue to establish that mindset, and that's something that has not been consistent enough. And we're pushing that standard there in practice, and guys have to respond to that, and then it's got to show up and apply on game day. We're playing a good number of players defensively. It's part of it, in part because some guys haven't just taken the lead role, and we need to see that. We need to see guys that that establish themselves in a position, and it's theirs because they play at an elite level every snap. And I like having depth. I like being able to play multiple guys, but it would be. We need to continue to grow in some of those areas, and I think that will help build the confidence in all aspects, and that we continue to push forward with that.
We'll go back to Brendan from Knowles 247.
Hi, Mike. We got to see DJ Lundy for the first time this season and got to play a little bit of fullback. How nice was it to be able to utilize that position, and how did DJ do in his first action?
I thought he did a great job. We put him in a couple of critical situations. Third down in the inside the goal line, and he was very, very productive. And it brings a smile to me because I like that's a position I love. Being able to be around, and DJ has put a lot of time in investing and understanding what to do. He is very versatile. It was good to see him out there on the defensive side of the ball flying around. DJ Lundy's going to be an exceptional football player because he carries those characteristics, work ethic, mindset, passion when he's on the field. I'm really looking forward to his continued progression as the season goes. It's good to get him his first game action, and excited to see him again here this week.
We'll go back to Advon from Warchant.
My internet's been a little bad, Coach, so hopefully this makes it over to you. But just, it seems like the running game is probably going to take added importance this week for you guys, and just with, I guess, the high school 7-on-7 football culture these days. Is it hard? Does it take more time to instill sort of a run game mentality, and how much of the run game is a mentality?
Yeah, that's a good question. For us, it's everything's built around the running game, and whether it has to be in mindset, demeanor, the physicality, at all positions, and that's something that is critical for us to get established in every game. But on the flip side, sometimes you have to take what the defense gives you, and and be able to adapt and adjust to what that is. I love the balance that we had last week. I think that you've seen some of the explosive runs, even in the earlier games, this season where we're not successful. Overall, I think you see some steps in the right direction in the run game. I definitely think that. That goes to the O-line, the running backs, the tight ends, the quarterback, all aspects of it, and so. I think our guys buy into that, and they really don't have much choice because it's going to be what we're going to do. We're going to be able to establish a run, and that opens up opportunities for receivers, for running backs, tight ends in the passing game, and so it's exciting to see some of those steps in the right direction.
Next will be Bob Bronte from the Osceola.
Hey, Coach, I'm curious. We saw Travis Jay on the sideline on crutches, and Robert Cooper had a sling on Saturday too. Do you have a feel for how many weeks, months those guys might be out,
Or days.
or days.
Okay, yeah, just well, we're excited about what all the feedback we're getting is unfortunate they weren't available last week, but we're going to see how they progress here this week, and I think there's a really good opportunity that we could have at least one, possibly both of them, back here in the very near future.
We'll go back to Aswan for more chance.
I don't know if you're going to try to maybe go 2 for 2 with heart-to-hearts with, I guess, key players on your offense, but with the run game being an important part in establishing continuity, Dante Lucas, is he a guy that you guys are going to challenge this week, or have you, and has he responded, I guess, in a manner that you find positive?
He has, and the challenge was last week, and Dante didn't play in the game this past week, and one thing that I've seen some growth from him even through the course of practice last week. I've seen growth from him in a lot of aspects, and if you go back and you watch the game, I mean his energy on the sideline. I made him dressed out because I wanted him to have that experience, and he's been a guy that started a lot of games early here in his career, but it can be taken away quick. And you got to continue to develop, continue to grow. I think that his mindset and approach is definitely. I mean, he loves this team. He really does, and he's working extremely hard to improve and to get better. And even there were some opportunities last week where he had to. Show a response to a situation, and I thought he did that. And then through the course of the game, was a great teammate on the sideline. I mean, encouraging guys. We had a lot of guys playing different positions, and we really kind of tested our depth to an extreme level. But he was always in it, and I think he got better through the experience, and came back to work this week. And yes, every player is getting challenged. I mean, it's every coach is getting challenged. We're all in this thing together, and so we just want to be the best version of ourselves.
All right, and last one, we'll go to Ira for more chance.
I know a lot of times on defense you kind of have to give something to get something in general. You guys haven't given up a lot of big plays. I mean, I think you've only given up like 3 plays of 30 yards or more so far this season, which is really good. But Coach Fuller talked yesterday about teams kind of nickel and diming you underneath. How do you guys balance, trying to take away that versus maybe opening yourselves up for some bigger plays, and what goes into those decisions?
It is a give and take, and there's some things that as we continue to develop the confidence and understanding of executing some of the underneath things that we are trying to take away while still not giving up the big play. We're going to get better at that. And we've had some things communication wise. We've had a couple things alignment wise that have hurt us, and and quite frankly, I mean there's been some things that just at times where we haven't seen the effort that's necessary to be able to kind of take away some of those underneath things. And so, that is a challenge. And, I'm really pleased. I thought our defense came out today in practice and, kind of a renewed sense of urgency because you can watch it on film. It shows up. And, I tell guys all the time that, what we see is who we are. And, that's a direct reflection of me as a head coach, and it's a direct reflection of all of our coaches and the individuals. So we've got to continue to push to the standard we want and that we're going to expect. And, I believe that, our guys are gaining in confidence of what they're being asked to do. And, that's going to improve.